Somewhere in Europe right now, someone is about to spend a coin worth hundreds of euros on a cup of coffee, and they have absolutely no idea. The 2001 €1 coin looks identical to every other euro in your wallet. Same size, same design, same weight, but certain versions of this coin are so rare, so incredibly hard to find, that serious collectors have paid over 2,000 euros to own just one of them. But before we get into the numbers, and trust me, those numbers are going to shock you, we need to go back to the very beginning. Because the story of the 2001 €1 coin starts in a place that most people never even think about. January 1st, 2002. That is the date everyone remembers. The day euro coins and banknotes entered circulation across 12 European nations simultaneously. The biggest monetary event in modern history. Hundreds of millions of people waking up that morning and reaching for a brand new currency they had never held before. But here is the question that most people never ask. Where did those coins come from? How do you produce enough currency for an entire continent overnight? The answer is that you do not. You start years earlier. You plan, you prepare, and you mint. The coins that flooded European pockets on January 1st, 2002 were not struck the night before. Many of them, including a significant number of €1 coins, were produced in 2001, the year before the launch. Pre-production runs, test strikes, early mintages designed to build up the enormous stockpile needed for circulation day. And that single fact, that these coins exist from a year before the euro was even real money, is the foundation of everything that makes the 2001 €1 so extraordinary. But wait, because here is where the story takes its first unexpected turn. Not every country that joined the Eurozone minted coins in 2001. Some did not. And the ones that did not all mint the same quantities. Some produced millions, some produced thousands, and some, just a handful of very special nations, produced numbers so small that finding one of their 2001 coins today feels less like collecting and more like archaeology. And those archaeological finds, those impossibly rare survivors, are exactly what collectors are paying serious money for. Now let us talk about the coin itself, because the design of the €1 is genuinely worth understanding. The reverse, the side showing the denomination, is identical across all Eurozone countries. It shows a map of Europe surrounded by 12 stars representing the founding members of the European Union. Clean, unified, a deliberate symbol of continental identity. This side was designed by Luc Luyx of the Royal Belgian Mint, and it has appeared on every €1 coin ever struck regardless of country. But the obverse, the national side, that is where each country expresses its own identity. And that is where the collector value lives. Germany chose the Brandenburg Gate, that iconic symbol of reunification and resilience. France went with a tree of life surrounded by the RF monogram, elegant and deeply symbolic. Spain features the portrait of King Juan Carlos I, regal and commanding. Italy, arguably the most beautiful of all, showcases the Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. The Netherlands carries the portrait of Queen Beatrix. Finland features a flying swan over a Finnish landscape. And each of these designs tells a story that goes far deeper than currency. Now here is the key factor that every single person watching this video needs to understand. Mintage numbers. This is the single most important factor in determining the value of any 2001 €1 coin. Mintage is the total number of coins produced by a specific country in a specific year. And for 2001, those numbers vary so dramatically between countries that it creates a value landscape unlike almost anything else in modern numismatics. Germany produced tens of millions of €1 coins in 2001. France produced large quantities as well. These coins are collectible, especially in top condition, but they are not rare. A German or French 2001 €1 in uncirculated condition might fetch 5 to 20 euros above face value. Interesting, but not shocking. Spain and the Netherlands produced more modest quantities. High-grade examples from these countries command stronger premiums. An uncirculated 2001 Spanish €1 has sold for 30 to 60 euros. The Netherlands even higher in gem condition. We are starting to get somewhere. But now brace yourself, because this is where the numbers become genuinely extraordinary. The Vatican City, San Marino. These two tiny sovereign nations, one an independent city-state inside Rome, the other a landlocked microstate in northern Italy. Both joined the Eurozone and both minted their own €1 coins in 2001. And the quantities they produced were so astronomically small compared to the major nations that they exist in an entirely different category of rarity. The Vatican 2001 €1 was minted exclusively for inclusion in official collector sets. It never entered general circulation. The total mintage was limited to just a few thousand pieces. A few thousand coins, for a currency used by hundreds of millions of people. The mathematics of that scarcity are almost impossible to comprehend. And the result? A Vatican City 2001 €1 coin in mint condition has sold at European numismatic auctions for over €200. Certified gem examples in original packaging have crossed €300. And when two serious collectors decide they both need the same Vatican 2001 €1 at the same auction, bidding wars have pushed prices past €500 for a single coin. €500 for a coin with a face value of €1. San Marino tells a similar story. Tiny mintage, enormous demand, high-grade certified examples regularly selling for €150 to €300. And the finest known specimens, those lucky coins that survived in absolutely perfect condition from the moment they were struck, have achieved prices that put them firmly in the category of serious numismatic investments. Now here is a key factor that most people completely overlook: condition grading. In the professional coin collecting world, there is a standardized scale that runs from poor at the very bottom all the way up to perfect mint state at the top. And on this scale, every single grade point matters. A Vatican 2001 €1 graded MS63 might sell for €200. The exact same coin graded MS65, just 2 grade points higher, might sell for $400. And an MS67 or above, a coin of almost supernatural perfection, can achieve prices that leave even experienced collectors speechless. The difference between a €200 coin and a €400 coin might be invisible to the naked eye. But to a professional grader with decades of experience, it is the difference between a very good coin and a great one. And greatness in this world is always worth paying for. But there is another key factor that we have not discussed yet. And this one changes everything. Error coins. During the very first production runs of euro coinage, in 2001 the minting process was new. Equipment was being calibrated. Processes were being refined. And occasionally, just occasionally, something went wrong in a way that nobody caught before the coin left the mint. A misaligned die, a double strike, a wrong planchet. These errors, these beautiful accidental imperfections born in the chaos of launching an entirely new currency, are among the most sought-after coins in the entire Euro series. A documented minting error on a 2001 €1 coin from any country immediately multiplies the value. An error on a Vatican or San Marino 2001 €1. That is the kind of discovery that makes collectors drop everything and reach for their phones. Error examples from these rare minting nations have achieved prices well into the 4 figures at specialist auctions. 1,000, 1,500, €2,000 for a single coin with a face value of 1. Now let us talk about something that adds yet another layer of desirability to the 2001 €1. The 20-year effect. In the numismatic world, coins that cross the 20-year threshold undergo a transformation in how collectors perceive them. They shift from being considered recent to being considered historical. And that shift, that subtle but powerful change in perception, drives demand upward in ways that are difficult to predict but impossible to ignore. The 2001 €1 crossed that threshold in 2021, and since then quietly, steadily, almost invisibly to the casual observer, prices for the finest examples have been climbing. The window to acquire high-grade 2001 €1 coins at reasonable prices is not closed yet, but it is closing, and the collectors who understand that are already acting on it. So here is exactly what you need to do right now. Go through every euro coin you own, every wallet, every jar, every old travel pouch sitting in a drawer somewhere. Look for the date 2001 on the edge of the coin where the year is marked. Then flip to the national side and identify the country. Germany and France, interesting. Spain and Netherlands, exciting. Vatican and San Marino, potentially life-changing. Once you have identified the country, assess the condition honestly. Are the raised design elements sharp and well-defined? Is there any wear on the highest points of the design? Does the coin have any original luster? that subtle reflective quality that only survives on coins that were never circulated. Any scratches, marks, or discoloration that reduce the visual appeal. If you think you have something special, and especially if you think you might have a Vatican or San Marino example, do not clean it, do not polish it, do not even handle it more than necessary. The oils from human skin can reduce the grade of a coin. Store it immediately in a protective holder and take it to a professional numismatist or submit it to an internationally recognized grading service like PeaceGS or NGC Europe. Because the difference between a coin that has been handled carelessly and a coin that has been preserved perfectly, that difference could be worth hundreds of euros. The 2001 €1 coin was born at the most significant monetary moment in European history. The launch of a currency that would unite an entire continent. The replacement of francs and marks and lira and pesetas with a single shared identity. That moment, that extraordinary, unrepeatable moment, is permanently captured inside every 2001 €1 coin ever struck. Most people spent that moment without thinking about it. They dropped those coins into parking meters and coffee machines and supermarket tills without a second glance. But a small number of people, those sharp-eyed, historically minded collectors who understood what they were holding, they saved those coins. They protected them. And now, over 2 decades later, they are being rewarded for that understanding in ways that make everyone else wish they had paid more attention. €1, minted in 2001, the first year of a new monetary world. And for certain coins from certain countries, a value that has grown from €1 to hundreds, even thousands, of euros in just over 2 decades. That is not just collecting. That is history paying dividends. The rarest 2001 €1 coins are not in museums or bank vaults. They are hiding in ordinary places, waiting for someone with the knowledge to find them. Now you have that knowledge. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?